Good evening, lamb chops. It is I, your favorite fluffy vampire, Bluma. Oh, hi. Hi, Jose. Hi, Raven. Hi. Dude, you all ready for Hakuoki? At least the next chunk of Hakuoki? Okay, it's impossible to just be like, alright, we're gonna read the next chapter. Because only God knows how long the next chapter is. I gotta find the game. Where is it on my desktop? Hello? Eh? Oh, there it is. Shit was hiding. For real, for real. There we go. Alright. We in it. We're so back. We're so back. Alright. Y'all ready? We're gonna continue romancing our man, Hijikata. Get right into it. No technical issues this time. Boom. See? It's all it takes. Confidence. The game hears you and it's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Oh, hi, Muffin. Oh, hi. Alright. Here we go. March 1864. YouTube finally gave you the notification? Bruh. Shit's rough. And it was it last night? Not last night. It was like Monday. Monday's when we streamed last. We got done and it was like 9:30. Like we got done streaming at 8:30 and at 9:30 YouTube's like, hey, Blooma's live. I'm like, oh yeah, is she now? Hmm? Literally not even got the one for the last stream, right? That's what I'm saying. YouTube's out to get me. It can't handle me. I'm too strong. I'm too good. I'm too good. Alright. It fast approached a month since I began living in the Shinsugumi headquarters. M.E.P.? Shh, feel that. I feel that. I feel you. I ate a big dinner, so also a little eepy. YouTube was just Pluma too strong. Please nerf. Exactly! It's praying for my downfall. YouTube. I can't. Hijikata and Sanan finally returned to the compound from their trip to Osaka, but spirits were low. Sanan's injury had unforeseen consequences for everyone in the organization. Day-to-day operations became hectic for a little while. I ate a big dinner. Nice super. Then not eating is true. It's true. Sometimes, I don't know. It was McDonald's, but it was big. So I don't feel hungry. That's kind of neat. His wounds seemed quite dire, and they drained whatever goodness in his nature they had hoped to keep. Sanan would spend days holed up in his room, protected by a barrier of impenetrable silence. If he were to leave his room, a rare occasion now, he was often short-tempered and quickly retreated. So are we recording this time around? Hijikata, the leader, the main man, the demon of the Shinsengumi. Nice. Even though I, too, spent days in exile in my room, he seemed to take it much differently. Ryusu's main? Yes! Yeah, Ryusu's main squeeze. Yeah. Sanan seemed trapped within a painful memory, each day bringing him closer to a gloomy twilight. I softly pondered what service I could offer to the Shinsengumi if I were not allowed to search for my father. Sure, he's happy to hear. Yeah, we were pretty. He was pretty. What was it? Hyped last stream when we started the route. He was just like, "Let's go!" I'm sure Hijikata is overwhelmed with whatever business he's dealing with, but I need to visit him. I realize with the tension so high that it's better to have Hijikata on my side rather than not. I crept around the hall looking for Hijikata, but he was nowhere to be seen. Would it be impolite to visit his room directly? Greetings, any matter. Welcome, welcome. As I paced around the hall in contemplation, an unknown warrior appeared before me. This fucking asshole! Oh. Alright, let's be cool, Maybe he's not a total dickhead in this route. Maybe. Let's reel it in. Benefit of the doubt. I've been living with the Yagi residents for over a month, and he was unfamiliar to me. My current dilemma compelled me to approach him. Excuse me, have you seen Hijikata? The man turned to respond, and his eyes widened to scan the enormous frame as he spoke. Don't mind if he is, though. I mean, what? Oh my god. Motherfucking Dio showed back. Yeah, oh wait, was it him that had the same voice actor as Dio? We were trying to, like, think about that last stream. I was like, no, there's someone in here that I thought did. Like, or at least that I thought sounded exactly like him, but, like, I couldn't remember. I was thinking it was Kazuma, but, like, maybe it's this dude. I forget this guy's name. I just know he's a fucking asshole. He knows what he did in the Eba route. He knows. Dude be posing, yeah. I'm gonna check, like, 80% sure he's Dio. Yeah, right? Oh, well, it's a long story. It really sounds like him, doesn't it? I'm Bluma Yukimura. Yeah, I know we talked about, because that was after the fact that I was talking about. They're like, oh no, that's Nanami. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. But this dude might be Dio. Maybe that's why my wires got crossed and I thought Kazuma was Dio. Yes? I wasn't aware they were telling people that I was an apprentice warrior at the headquarters. Takeda. Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking asshole Takeda. However, my reputation was the last thing in my mind as I faced this man's pressuring gaze. I didn't appreciate the harsh scrutiny that he seemed to impose, scanning me from head to toe. Hi, Dylan. Yep, that's Dio. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, see, I wasn't totally crazy last time. I'm like, wait, was it Kazuma that was Dio or was it somebody else? It's this guy. This asshole. I did no such thing. Bruh. Mostly known for his portrayal of Butcher Pokemon, Excalibur and Soul Leader, Zeke Yeager and Attack on Titan, and Dio. Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You ever think about doing rivals with lamb chops? I don't know. I don't know, man. Consider it, I guess. He grew increasingly agitated, almost like a petulant child, because I refused to answer him. He reached his massive hand over towards me as if to grab me, and then a voice stopped him. I heard that you were on Rivals the other day. I was gonna hop on. Ooh. There's an idol hero though? Yeah, I was playing a little bit with Luna Snow. I've been trying it out. I've been trying Rivals. I just don't know about, like, maybe streaming it. I think about it. I'll think about it. You wanted a healer, but I guess you hopped off of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. When he recognized Hijikata's voice, he snapped his hand back to his side. Takeda turned to take his leave, but then he slowed his step, leaving us with a few words. Usually main support types, and Rivals no different. Jeff is my most played. Nice. That's nice. That's good. Tried to play Venom, but his cake be too distracting. I'm trying to sneak around and flank him, but the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the other team. Can't play Black Widow. Oh my god. Goddamn, Muffin. Goddamn. Dagger, though? I haven't tried Dagger. Those cheeks clapping at Mach speed. It's not like a... It's a... Yeah. True, though. Yeah, look at... Dylan will be Venom. Dylan knows. Have you seen Squirrel Girl? I've seen Squirrel Girl, yeah. I have, in fact, seen Squirrel Girl. In fact, every match I play, there's at least one of them. I don't know. I don't think there's, like, a certain class that I, like, gravitate to. I don't know. Like, I like the support types, but it's not always, like, I play them because they're support types. I like an example, like, I like playing, what's her name, Symmetra in Overwatch, because I thought she was neat. I really liked her design, and I thought it was really, like, different how they work like that. And when Sombra come out, I use Sombra a lot in Overwatch. So, I don't know. I don't know what kind of class, I guess I would say, I'm main. But I like those weird ones. So I was trying Luna Snow, but mostly because she's an idol, and I like that a lot. But then I tried Scarlet Witch, and she was fun. But she just kind of feels straight up like a damage dealer, so maybe I like damage dealers now. There's usually your favorite character since you like helping the team. That's fair. That's fair. Once Takeda exited the hall, I couldn't help but feel a rush of relief. Okay, listen, Daddy. Yes, sir, I didn't mean to cause trouble. There's a little gremlin called Jeff the Shark. Yeah. Scarlet's very damaged. Yeah, I know. I was just saying, I don't know if, like... It's not because she's a damage dealer, though, that I liked playing her. I just think she's really neat. Clear. I promise to be more careful going forward, so can I ask who he was? Okay. Hijikata attempted to dismiss me, having said what he felt was appropriate in a stern commander. Well, I'd like the idea of us talking more to him, right? Notices Venom Cake. Ooh, what's this? Good lord. But this one's tricky. Do we ask Hijikata to talk to him more, or do we just go back to our room like he said to do? I'm thinking, you know what? I think I'm just gonna pick the top one. I think he'll like me asking to help. I didn't get many chances to see Hijikata, so I took the opportunity to offer my aid. I actually have a favor to ask of you, Hijikata. Oh my god. Staying in my room for long periods alone makes me feel really useless. Would you please give me something to do? I'll do anything. Cleaning, laundry, anything. 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 Ayo. I think if you ask Hijikata, then it makes more sense. It'd be different if you just disobeyed orders and stuck to it. Yeah, it's true. Well, a little bit. Really? Understood, but thank you so much. Oh, shh. I keep hitting quick save on accident somehow. I'll be your man. The next day, Inoue informed me that I was given more freedom within the headquarters, which allowed me to exit my room freely. My duties included cleaning, laundry, and cooking. Not the most glamorous of chores, of course. However, it gave me an opportunity to occupy myself as opposed to going stir-crazy in the room. You're gonna have to wait behind Ryusu. He's been thirsting for Hijikata for a long time. It is true. Ryusu wanted this man the first time we read this book. Best man win. We shall fight to the death in Minecraft. Yeah, in Minecraft. June 1864. The 4th year of the Bunkyu era became the Ganji Ganen, and the summer sweetly blossomed. Spring shed its blooming skin, giving birth to a lush green trees facing the wide open sky. During one of these beautiful summer days, I finished cleaning after everyone ate breakfast, and Saito brought me the hall to Hijikata. Saito responded by quietly opening the sliding doors, gesturing me to enter the room. Upon entering, I saw Hijikata, but also Okita, Nagakura, Harada, and Heisuke in the hall. It appeared that only the captains, who were aware of my situation, were present. I'm more into the dangerous guys like Kazuma? Yeah, my man. Really? I could barely contain my excitement in my voice as soon as the words came out of my mouth. So, is it true that the man at the Fushimi that matched my father's profile? I nodded in response. For now, any information pertaining to my father was appreciated, so I was thankful. So where's the man that supposedly looks like my father? Remember when Risu was big into Saito? Yeah, Risu did go through a phase where he was like, ooh, but Daddy Saito, though. I wasn't sure if it meant I was to accompany Saito or that I would have to wait longer for him. Then Harada chimed in. Harada, please cover yourself up. The shame I look. Yeah, Harada really out here in just like a crop tops vest. Her and polite company here can have those hanging out. Jesus. Hijikata didn't bother entertaining a response, instead looking towards me. Was he suggesting these were the men who were responsible for dealing with me should I attempt to flee? Heisuke must have sensed this as well, so he made no attempt to push the issue any further. I really like Okita. Like, Okita's another one that I really want to, like, do the route for. Okita always has that smug look, though. Yeah. 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 As Okita and Hijikata bickered at one another, the mood in the room was locked into tense words until Harada whispered to me. Focus on the game, mistress. I'm trying! That smug mug is pretty good. I could look for my father in Fushimi, or join the patrol rounds assuming he's moved places, or stay here to keep safe from the outside, or accompany Hijikata as his page. What should I do? Oh, this is an easy one. Accompany Hijikata. In that case, please allow me to accompany you, Hijikata. Hijikata's voice trembled irately as if troubled by my suggestion, which made me nervous, but I thought I had a shot at convincing him. Ready? Okay, here we go. We're gonna convince him. Ready? Please, 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 please. Guy, you're too close. Pepper spray. Paper spray. Yeah, paper spray. You just squirt a bottle and a bunch of tiny pieces of paper come out and just give him a whole bunch of paper cuts on his face. He's just, ah, fuck, asshole, stop. Go on. Rizz him up, bloom up. Alright, I'm on it. Please, 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 please. I mean, walking around town with you may help me getting leads to find my father. With the other warriors questioning my place, it may be best interest for me to act like your page. Could convince the others. I recalled in this moment my introduction to Takeda, who voiced his skepticism plainly. After sharing my viewpoint, Hijikata's expression soured. Then he responded. Spray can of confetti. Oh yeah. Happy birthday! Hijikata stared bitterly towards Okita, and again it seemed that we were trapped in a bubble of silence, but eventually... Yo, this is pretty... If the choices are gonna be like that for this route, I think we got it locked in, right? Like, we're so back. We're so back, right? Yep, I understand. I was somewhat surprised he obliged me, but I was so excited to join Hijikata and go outside. It's been almost 5 months since I've been able to experience the world and its scenery. One of those advertisement games. Hijikata kept himself a few paces ahead of me, deliberately, and his foul mood made me nervous. His cold demeanor caused me to question whether or not I belonged here, if this was my place. It was difficult to turn these questions to and fro in my head, but I was trying to keep up with him. Someone called out as we passed by a tea shop. If this person referred to Hijikata as commander, then he must be a Shinsengumi member. He whispered the report into Hijikata's ear. The man's words caused Hijikata's face to turn blank, and he looked to me to speak. Huh? But then I'd be by myself. Would that really be alright with you? In response, Hijikata gave me an examining glance as if to probe on my hidden thoughts, and he looked down at me while asking. When his eyes met mine, the pit of my stomach dropped, turning cold from nauseousness. No, of course not. Only 1% of players make the right choice. 1. Do you want to compliment her dress or slap her? Oh my god, stop. No! It is not like that! Okay, understood, boss. I wasn't sure what Hijikata's intentions were by leaving me behind, but... Bitch, he told us to go ask about Dad. Let's go ask about Dad. I was probably smarter to do as Hijikata said, so I asked the person at the shop about my father. There we go. Remember, this is where we met Iba. Okay, where to start? I asked customers and wandered in and out of the store, politely grabbing their attention. Unfortunately, it seemed like no one knew anything about my father's whereabouts. My tea became cold, and the little leaf flakes sinking towards the bottom of my cup, and I sighed. This asshole. I recognized the shouting man by his familiar corpse uniform and barged into the shop. It was Takeda, the captain of the Shinsegumi's 5th Division. Do you want to be with Hijikata or not be with Hijikata? Goddamn. What could he be doing here? The owner's voice was trembling from being intimidated, and Takeda responded forcefully. Kono Deoda here. Sweat poured down the owner's face, and he shook with fear. Takeda glanced around the store with a sticky glare. I quickly ducked behind a shelf so he wouldn't notice me. I managed to avoid detection as he scanned the store, and then Takeda approached the owner again. As I peeked to get a closer view of the conversation, I could see the owner gulp. Although Takeda was not being explicit, it was deathly clear that he was soliciting a bribe from the shop owner. This asshole. This asshole. No, I was sick to my stomach just hearing him. Just as I was about to speak out, someone placed their hand on my shoulder. Eva! I've missed you. God fucking damn. Listen, This mysterious samurai whispered gently into my ear, but I became completely distracted by his perfectly sculpted facial features. His skin looked incredibly fair and soft, and he was almost as gorgeous as Hijikata. For a second, I thought he was an actor. He was dressed in an expensive, exotic-looking fabrics, leading him to believe he was famous. Oni-sama desu. Bluma instantly pivoting back to the Iba route. No! Okay, well, I'll focus. I really will. Just let me just absorb and remember all the good times we had with Iba. Oh, Bluma, we know you wrote this. No! The softness in his voice enveloped me in a great calm, and I sat back and let him proceed. But I hope he'd be okay. Takeda was a massive, and his short temper seemed like a recipe for disaster with anyone who crossed him. I can't imagine dealing with such a violent soul. Remember when he did the thing with his... Yeah. Remember when he did the thing and pinned us against the wall with his thing? Yeah. That was some good shit. Yeah. Back it up, boys. We've lost her. Oh, Bluma absolutely shook. Oh, I wasn't ready. Definitely not a vampire. Excuse me. May I say... Oh, he already said that. I'm sorry, Iba. I'm sorry. Oh my god, you got me all flustered. Great, I'm getting blue ball again. Listen, okay. I don't think it's a spoiler for anything we're gonna read. So, any matter. If you want to know the hot shit Iba did, you can go watch the Edo Blossom streams. There's only 2 of them, because we sat down and we played that thing, like, just boom, boom. Like, it was like 3 hours and 4 hours. We sat there and we did everything about Iba in the Edo Blossoms games. Because that's the one where I, like, could not control myself. He was so fucking hot. I'm sorry. I miss Iba. I miss Iba a lot. Whew. Check out the short. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did make a video, too. I edited together some highlights. I don't think any of the Edo Blossom stuff is in the highlight reel. I think the video was just... Yeah, no. I made a video with just Kyoto Wins, because it was called it... I played Kyoto Wins, but I'm way too thirsty for Iba. Well, damn. It's true. So you can watch the Kyoto Wins highlight reel of me doing the Iba route in this game. Because I'm going to try and not do Iba's route in this game again. But this one's weird. This one's weird because, again, you guys remember, Anymatter wasn't there, but everyone else remembers, right? How, like, this game is kind of more like you make your choices and at the very end it's like, alright, you're in this guy's route. Now go play Edo Blossoms and select that guy to continue the story on this timeline. So, like, we played through this one, we got Iba's good ending, so we picked Iba's route on the next one. And that's the other thing. I'm 99% sure we have to get the good ending for Hijikata if we want the lore-accurate beginning to his route in Edo Blossoms. Sorry, there's a lot of explaining. Of course, I did it on a shot where Iba's on the screen. Found it, BRB. Alright.
何の疑いでこの方を連れて行くつもりなんでしょうか。私の邪魔をするとは貴様この店に出入りする不逞老師の一人か。
The mysterious samurai smiled coolly, and he responded calmly.
邪魔をしたら不逞老師とは取り調べも何もあったものじゃないですね。
Before Bluma only pauses to reach out while Iba's on the screen. I mean, maybe. Before he gets a snippet of Iba to keep on stream throughout the entire Hijikata. That's such a good idea. We just, like, you know how, like, the VTubers have their rooms? I'm just gonna have a shelf behind me that just has, like, figures of the guys' routes that we've finished. Oh, that's a good idea, though. That's a really cute idea, though. I've also considered making me something to, like, hold. Like a Iba body pillow or something. Just to hold while we do Hijikata route. Your thirst shelf behind you. Yes, my thirst shelf. Like, it's the top shelf is, like, all dudes that we've, like, done the routes for. The next shelf down is just Dr. Pepper, and it's just labeled for the thirst. Oh god. Takeda, I fucking hate you. I actually just got sick to my stomach thinking about what he does to Iba. Like, it hurts just to remember. I hate it. Remember when he has the thing with his hand? Have you thirsted after? Will be thirsted after soon. Yeah! Oh, God. Once we do Hijikata's route, it's gonna be the second human route. So I don't want to say something and have it be like, oh fuck, I guess that happens to every guy you go after. You know what I mean? You thinking what you like? I don't know if that makes sense. I was gonna say, cause like looking at the way he has that hand posed, even better. Like looking at the way he has that hand posed, I was gonna say the thing, but I'm like, wait, what if that happens to every human you date in this game? So I don't want to say it and have it be a spoiler for every route. Have one level to do and then already done. It's a good idea.
ようやく己の立場が分かったようだな。
Oh, sorry. I had to like... Oh god, I'm still coughing. Ah! Yeah, I've already done it. Oh gosh. Takeda huffed smugly to himself and waddled out of the store to challenge the samurai. Takeda's smirk remained on his face as the two met each other outside the store. He assumed an offensive stance and then reached for his katana to threaten him. Or not. As soon as Takeda moved his hand to unsheath, the samurai intercepted and covered the sword's mouth.
離せ。離さん。
まさか本気で刀を抜くつもりじゃないですよね。
Gesundheit, thank you.
もし抜けば僕も見て見ぬふりができなくなってしまいます。
Sorry.
そうならないようにしたいのですけど。
The samurai possessed a duality. One side was a soft-spoken, gentle man, the other side a warrior. Takeda sensed his duality as well because, after the samurai made his claim, he made no movement. Before we knew it, people gathered around the store, murmuring amongst themselves and echoing the general sentiment of confusion and wonder. The Mibu wolves are having a duel? Are they causing trouble again? Such murmurs caught my ear and I looked ahead.
人が集まってきているようですよ。本当に抜くつもりですか？
The samurai seemed already to know the answer. Takeda began to grit his teeth angrily, and he gruffed and shook the samurai's hand.
貴様の顔を忘れはせんぞ。覚えておけ。
Gesundheit? Nah, I'm good. No, it's like whenever I feel like I have to sniffle or like blow my nose, I like try and mute just so you don't have to hear it. I feel like really self-conscious. I want to mute it all the time because I'm so scared like you can hear my breathing. His face was flustered and red, and he swiftly exited and disappeared from the store. As the tension deflated, I exhaled a relief that the things didn't come to violence. Glad that's over. I can't speak for everyone, but it never bothers me. Oh, good.
中に戻りましょうか。
Were you okay?
はい。あのくらい平気です。
I'm so glad. Why are you willing to risk your life against that man? You didn't have to stop me back there. The samurai slightly paused and then answered timidly.
あなたが知っていた顔によく似ていたからです。
Oh, Ipa! Ipa! Okay, I gotta keep it together. I gotta try. I was perplexed. Girl, you don't even know the half of it. Me? Stop! Me?
はい。やっぱり似ています。
Hey, do you know who you're speaking to there, Ipa? Right? He studied my face carefully, his eyes dotting up and down in his small face. Although I liked the attention, I still had no clue who this person was or where he was from. Sorry, I think you've mistaken me for someone else. I bowed slightly to him, and he looked a little taken back.
いいえ、いいですよ。ただの勘違いだったみたいですね。とりあえず中に入りましょう。せっかくのお茶やお菓子が台無しになってしまったし。
I feel like crying. Wait, I don't remember. Did he say that shit when we were actually trying to do his route? Or is this just because I've been making Hijikata choices that he's just gonna pretend he doesn't know who we are? This hurts me so fucking much. Okay, one thing I wasn't expecting this time around. The samurai's kind demeanor was nearly impossible to resist, drawing me to return to the store as if I'd caught the scent of the city's sweetest bun. It hits different when you can start to understand his Japanese. I did catch one thing earlier, like the text said, "Here, let me handle this," but he definitely said Oni-chan. He's like, he definitely said something more along the lines of, "Let your big brother get this," or something like that.
もしかしてわざわざ入れ直してくれたんですか？しかも
Sitting beside our tea was a neatly arranged platter of sweet bean jelly.
はい、ありがとうございました。本当に助かりました。
お礼を言われるほどのことじゃないですけど。でもありがとうございます。僕甘いもの大好きなんです。
それはよかった。存分に召し上がってください。
The other seemed to bow after every sentence, and then returned to tend to his counter.
得しちゃいましたね。よかったら半分どうぞ。
Oh no, I think the owner means for you to eat all this.
そうですね。では僕がいただいてしまいますね。
He cut the sweet bean jelly into elegantly sliced halves, and then expressed delight after each bite. In my experience so far, Samurai didn't ever seem to smile often, but every time he took a bite, he grinned like a child, smiling as if he was the happiest person alive. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch, maybe, to guess that he and I were close in age. At this thought came to mind. I could still hear customers murmuring, whispering amongst themselves and each other.
あのお侍さんが身風呂を追い払ってくれたんだって。
そうらしいわ。武士の中にも意外といい人がいるものなのね。
しかし役者みたいな美なんだな。その上腕も立つなんて。
The samurai seemed to overhear their discussion, timidly retreating from his initial enthusiasm. Yoi! Hi, Rusu! Guess what? What? He and I are close in age. As soon as I finished drinking his tea.
すみません。僕の分のお勘定は
He rushed to get up, but not before slipping me some last words.
それでは僕はここで失礼します。
Iba!
はしないようにしてくださいね。
Iba! Iba! We've already lost Booba. She's thirsting hard over here. I am. It's hard not to like just default back to doing his route again. We gotta stay strong. Iba's V is Light Yagami. No wonder. Oh my god, I fucking love Light Yagami too. Oh fuck. Okay. Let me just... Just because I don't know how much more we'll get to see of him on the Hijikata route. Oh man, let me get a drink. Okay. Still need a muffin! Yes, you do! It's one of my favorites! Oh. The samurai fled the store, almost like a dream, whispering around one's mind after awakening. He almost gave me no opportunity to thank him properly for earlier. I rushed after the samurai. Wait! I chased after him, yelling to catch his attention.
どうかしましたか?
Thank you so much for earlier. You saved me.
別にお礼を言われるほどのことはしています。
He turned away from me, stopping to gaze at the clouds swirling above us.
新選組は随分評判が悪いみたいですね。さっきのようなことをしてたら仕方がないのかもしれないけど。
Well, what do I say? Oh, fuck. Let me get a drink. Yeah, she's thirsty. Yeah, I am. Apologize about Takeda or explain the situation. You know, I'm actually not sure here. Maybe this is one of those choices. Go on. And maybe this is one of those situations where it doesn't matter for Hijikata's route what I pick. Pick the option that puts you further from Iba. Which one is it? Probably apologizing about Takeda, huh? Is that the one? That makes the most sense to, like, distance myself. To not get too involved, yeah? Yeah. Just, instead of being like, well, this is why this and this, just be like, sorry about that, asshole. Have a good day. Yeah. Yeah. I hope he doesn't think Takeda's behavior is an example of how all Shinsengumi captains act. Hijikata and Noi are both honorable men. There we go. Dog, I don't fucking know. He's also the voice of Ryuji Sakamoto from Persona 5. Oh, wow. Wow. Each one of the captains I've come to know are, in fact, kind and good-hearted, not like Takeda. It was difficult, though, to deny the unrest felt both by the samurai and the tea shop goers. I'm sorry. Sorry about Dio. I take responsibility. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Well, although the samurai showed me kindness, I wasn't sure if I could trust him without the truth. With the truth. In that moment, he picked up on my subtle cue, displaying a reserved silence as if he knew. I didn't mean it! I didn't mean it! I can't escape him. I can't escape him. Muffin, why did you expose me? What you mean, Ritsu? Truth was gonna come out sooner or later. I'm back. And oh look, Bloom already on his brow. I didn't mean it! I didn't mean it! I really thought that was gonna be the better answer to get away from him. I really thought. Oh. Can't avoid the Iba route. Yeah, it's like my canon event. I can't just not do the Iba route, I guess. There was a pause in our conversation, and the wind whistled softly in the background. The samurai didn't break his concentration, staring intently into my face. His eyes seemed to be searching for something, perhaps a faint glimmer of a long-lost memory. Oh my god! If only he could tell me what he seemed to be on the tip of his tongue, but he shut his eyes and turned. Oh, I'm sorry for stopping you. Well, I'm glad to see that Mistress was also down bad back then too. Yeah. All roads lead back to Iba. He is cool as fuck. He is. I really, really like Iba. There's shit that happens to him in Edo Blossoms. I shouldn't say happens to him. Shit he does to me in Edo Blossoms. It really just, like, riles me up. I won't lie. So I can't wait to see what all happens with Hijikata. To see if it gets me as good as the Iba route did. How did he know my name? Who was this man? Dead to Hijikata's priority. Saito as the second choice. We are still trying to do Hijikata. We know Kyoto Wins is a weird one. Where it's like, we just gotta try and rhythm up the best we can in hopes that in the end it says, okay, you got on his route. Now go play Edo Blossoms and load up his whatever. Do his whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Ugh. It is gonna suck if we get to the end and it's like, hey, Skiz's like, are you ready to go? And I'm gonna be like, no, the fuck I ain't. Do not fucking touch me. Oh, the samurai turned his back and he departed. He wasn't familiar to me, but who was I to him? I didn't have much time to consider what, if any, that meant because Hijikata had returned shortly after. Trying. Listen. Try. Do his whatever. Did you ever get that third base with him? Yes. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? It wasn't as, like, how do I say this without just getting slapped the fuck up by YouTube censorship? I don't know how to say it. Yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on. Hijikata. I quietly shook my head in response.
まあそう簡単に足取りがつかめるわけはねえ。気にするな。
Down bad for Saito. Yeah? Are ya? Oh. As we walked back towards the headquarters, I filled Hijikata in on the other proceedings.
武田がそんな。
Somehow he was able to contain a palpable rage without lashing out at me.
今日見たことは誰にも話すな。お前の面倒を見ている幹部大使たちに。
His voice was stern and I quietly
言
nodded.
わなくても分かってるとは思うが、事情を知らねえ大使には決して気を許すんじゃねえぞ。新選組も一枚岩じゃねえ。特に武田の野郎はお前の事情を知らされていねえから。
Still baffled by Bluma saying that she wanted to get spanked with Eva's demon hand. Listen. 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 It looks so cool. And the claws. Just the claws, just a light scratch. You can't tell me that that doesn't sound good. Right? Yeah. You're saying you don't? Exactly! Muffin knows. Muffin's got my back. I understand. Once Hijikata was convinced of my understanding, he probed more questions.
お前を助けてくれたその侍っつうのはどこの誰だ?
He was the dreamiest motherfucker ever. He had brown hair stuffed like the autumn leaves. His voice smooth like cocoa butter. His eyes green like emeralds. I do not disagree. He do be looking cool when he changed his hair. See? Oh yeah, I didn't ask about his name though.
それじゃ例のしようもねえじゃねえか。
I love that this is voice acted. It's like I'm actually like, oh yeah, no, I didn't do that. Hijikata's like, what the fuck? You fucking dumbass. Mistress, have a drink. You're right. Let me get a sip. Okay. I don't know. It all happened so fast.
まあいい。どこかで見かけたら。
Him changing his hair color, hitting Bluma like a brick. It did. He curtly muttered, then left me with his last thought.
親父さんのことは残念だ。斎藤か新八たちが何か手がかりをつかんでくれたらいい。
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'd forgotten that I accomplished nothing I wanted to today, so we rushed back to base. Already changed, so yeah, it's true, I already got my luscious locks. Once back at headquarters, we discovered after sighting at my father Turidian was false, crushing the sliver of happiness I held on to. What a good day. Hey, we're on chapter 2, baby. Let's go. You see, that's why I'm like, I can't just say we're gonna do one chapter or the other. Because I don't fucking know how long they're gonna be trying to do this route. Like, imagine had we gone to the bridge with Harada or whatever. This chapter could have been 3 hours. You feel me? Okay, okay. No news of my father came forth the other day, and somber restlessness had took hold of me. Originally, it seemed Hijikata granted me approval to accompany the captains on their rounds to the Kyoto to search for my dad. Then he called me in. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Sumimasen. I saw Okita and Heisuke had been summoned along with me, and I felt a partial sense of relief. It did a little to calm my chattering nerves, and I didn't want to be in a bad spot with Hijikata. You called me? Hijikata seemed to be in a foul mood, so I decided it was best to act with tact in his presence.
お前の行動さん探しの件だがな。しばらく様子を見よう。
What? But why? He just started looking for him. Stopping now would surely cause any of our leads to run dry. His words stunned me. How could he back out of this? Hijikata remained deeply composed.
長州の連中が不穏な動きを見せている。本来ならお前を外に出せる時期じゃない。
That reminds me, a friend of mine made a point that I'm learning Japanese from someone who lives in Osaka. Oh, yeah. Oh, aren't you? Yeah. Wait, don't they have like the the weird accents or weird words for stuff? Or is it Kanto that's the weird one? I want to point out that the heroine is similar to Blue. Yeah, she kind of is. Both of us kind of a dumb bitch. Am I having an Osaka accent when I go to Tokyo? There you go. Yeah. Maybe it's the Kanto one that I'm thinking of, where like they talk like it's their version of like a southern drawl. Osaka isn't Kanto. I'm sorry, I'm so stupid. Okay, Muffin. I don't know what you want. Calling Iba's handsomeness? Yeah. No, we both do go like, damn! Look at him! We both do that, yeah. Ugh. I'd heard how the warriors of the Choshu domain associate with the Imperial Nationalist Party. For some reason, they find foreigners repulsive, using brute force to prevent the foreign presence. All of their faith is aligned with the Emperor. To the Shinsengumi, on the other hand, serving the Shogun, meaning they are directly opposed. If the Choshu is active, it would mean that my own goal is a little concern to the Shinsengumi. Sorry that I'm stupid, not gonna lie. I didn't realize it until my tutor told me like three lessons ago. Okay, cool. I'm glad we're both there. Okay. So if you're stupid, then I'm in the same boat. And no one has a paddle. And we're going upstream. In the same boat. I might become something of a burden to them. So are you asking me to refrain from joining the rounds until things in the Choshu domain settle? Hijikata nodded and turned towards the two men.
というわけで、今日からこいつを巡察に連れて行くのは取りやめだ。
なるほどね。だから当番の俺らが呼ばれたってわけか。
Heisuke seems 2 steps behind Hijikata's words until the very moment where it seemed to click.
でも今までだってこいつが巡察に迷惑をかけたこともないし。
Oh my god, I just got the YouTube notification that I'm live. It's been an hour. What the fuck? And we're going upstream. I tied up some salmon. They'll lead to take us upstream. We gotta watch out for the waterfalls. Naruto done. Oh, I was gonna tell you. Hey, yo, Bluma stream. Yeah. No, so I finally finished watching that VTuber anime, the what's it called? How I went viral after forgetting to end my stream. There's literally a moment in there where one of the VTubers goes, "Gomen nasari." And I lost my mind. Gotta check that out. Alright, sounds good. Bluma streaming? Yeah, she just went live. If you guys want to head out, totally cool. I get you. Hope you have fun at Bluma stream. Peace! And I haven't checked it out, but it looks really funny. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. But, like, I guess it's not... Like, when I looked at my anime list, the user ratings have it, like, a 7.5 out of 10. I don't know, I gave it a 10, but, I mean, I'm also the target audience. Gomen Nasari shirt. It just caught me so off guard. I was like crying. Maybe not crying, but I definitely got a good giggle out of it. You know what I mean? She was just like, gomen nasari.
そうそう、僕たちに何かあっても関わらないようにしてくれればそれでいいし、どさくさに紛れて逃げ出すこともないし、ね。
I won't run. I knew he wasn't being serious, but I couldn't stand to keep my mouth shut. I made up my mind the minute the men of the Shinsengumi agreed to help find my father. I made a vow to never run from the Shinsengumi for as long as they helped me find my father. My desire to find my father showed no signs of slowing, even since I first arrived in Kyoto. I'll keep my vow. So please allow me to continue looking for my father. I bowed to Akita, keeping my eyes locked with his. His smirk, however, shrunk slowly as he gazed towards me, caught in between the words to say.
危険を承知でついてくるって言うなら、僕の一番組に同行してくれて構わないよ。
My Miss gave it a 7 out of 10. Bro, my Miss gives everything a 7 out of 10. Cowboy Bebop, Trigon, Shamrock Shampoo. How much you want to bet all of those have like a 7 out of 10? Bet. Let's go check. Hold up. I got the app. I usually mostly use my anime list to keep track, because there's been times where it's like, if I don't log into like this streaming service or that one, it like loses place of where I'm at. So I have my anime list to keep track of what episode I'm actually on. Let me see what it gave Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. Anime. Cowboy Bebop. An 8.7, Muffin! Okay, let's try Trigun. Trigun. An 8.2! 8.7. Oh, shut up! You know what I meant. Stop! Trigun got a 8.2. What shampoo have? Ooh, right. Shampoo. 8.5. It gave all those an 8. Your point's moot. Invalid. A poo-poo piss baby. Anyway. I was trying to... I posted that before you said it. Oh, I did that before you said... Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be such a little shit. I felt like we were talking about math. Yeah, take that, Muffin. No, he... Goddamn. Oi.
それに行動さんらしい人を見たっていう証言もあるしね。
I haven't been paying attention until right now. Until we were shitting talking Muffin. That's how you do it, Raven. I appreciate you. You came in when it really mattered.
確かにそういう証言もある。だが危険だと分かってるところにミスミス出すこともねえだろ。分かってるのか？お前らの足を引っ張りかねねえんだぞ。
I promise I won't cause any trouble, please. If I lose the opportunity to search for my father, then the chances of finding him will shrink. Sink. Whatever. IDK, I feel like there's a lot of great shows on my anime list, and they get awful scores. And a lot of awful shows that are like, IDK, I liked it, 7 out of 10. Yeah, fair. Totally fair. I do like, what was it? I did read some of the reviews, just because they were right there, and it was like, you want these fresh anime reviews from this new anime or whatever the fuck? I do like how, like, the ones that gave it, like, a 10 or a 9 were like, yeah, VTubers are cool, this is a cool, funny anime, you know, it doesn't do anything unexpected, it was just a fun little watch, you know, it did what it's supposed to do. And everyone who gave it, like, a 1 or a 2 is saying shit like, I don't like VTubers. I'm like, then why the fuck did you watch an anime about being a VTuber? I'm so confused. Like, they're leaving it at a 2, they're like, 2 out of 10, too many VTubers. I'm like, what? Hello? 1 out of 10. I didn't understand any of the references. I also don't like watching VTubers. I'm like, what? Anyway.
市中を巡察する組長の指示には必ず従え。
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. I don't know how else to show my gratitude, so I bow deeply again.
行くか行かないかはお前が好き。
I don't like VTubers. Ah, yes. I too watch mech anime, so I can negatively review them since I don't like watching mech anime. Exactly! That's the vibe they all had, bro. Hold on. Let me turn me down. God, I'm so sniffly. I'm so sorry. Alright. I had to make sure that this was the best decision. There was something in his demeanor that made me unsure of my desire to leave the compound. Still, if I was with Okita or Heisuke, I'm sure I'd be safe and well protected. On the other hand, my presence could be an undue burden to them. What do I do? I'm gonna stay here with Hijikata. Seems like a smart idea. After contemplating, I decided to stay in. I couldn't convince myself that I wouldn't be a burden to them during the dangerous situations. Still, it was disheartening to think about. Essential stream idea. Bloomin goes through reviews and anime she likes. Ooh, I like that. Yes. Yeah. That's a good idea, Mango. Thank you, thank you. Another dull day spent inside. Throughout the past 6 months, I was allowed to finally search for my father on the rounds, and I felt like part of the house by contributing. Even though sometimes I was accompanied by cleaning or cooking, it seemed like I was serving my part as Shinsegumi in a meaningful way. I spent most of my time with the captains, but there was many opportunities to chat with the warriors and come to know them as real people. Ooh, agreed. Good idea. Okay, good shit. Good shit. There's two. Two. That's enough for me to do something. Imagine going through the negative reviews. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm sure there's a lot of anime on there that I really like that everyone else is like mid as fuck. Like, what was the one that, like, got me into some hot water when I told a group that I liked it? Oh, The Future Diary. I was like, I like that one. I didn't think it was awful. It was like, it had the worst fucking writing. And I'm like, my anime give Naruto a it's a bruh. Hold on. What? You know, well, let's save it for that stream. I was about to go look at the reviews to be like, what the fuck they saying about my boy? Boruto better have a lower rating. That's all I gotta say. What should I do today? Oh, Verb. I know what we're gonna do today. The original one. I get that. Okay, wait. Maybe. Okay. Okay, the original one, fine. Is Shippuden higher or lower? Just tell me that. Is Naruto Shippuden higher or lower? Boruto also needs to be way lower than Naruto. Or I will have words to say. But I focus. We can save the anime chatter for the anime stream. Shippuden's higher. There is a god. There is a god. Oh god. Okay. Alright. I decided to enter the inner courtyard, where maybe I could feel a pleasant breeze tingle my face in the shade. The quaintness may calm me down. Boruto's a 6 out of 10. Ugh, that's still really high for how shit that show is. Damn it. Alas, no winds blew through the... Which is crazy, seeing how this is Kyoto winds, that there's no wind. Had a feeling it was going to be a very bad, no good, awful, very bad day. Shade was the best I could hope for, it seemed. I would give a 1 out of 10 to Boruto. Yeah, even that's pretty generous, if I can be real, Ryusu. Even that's pretty generous. The fact that the... Like, I buckled down, and I'm like, I'm gonna give it a chance. Because I grew up on Naruto, I love Naruto. I gave Boruto a chance. I really did. But after about, like, what was it, like 7 episodes I got through, I'm like, I don't give a shit about these kids. I'm literally watching this to see if I can see a cameo of the characters I do like. You know what? Fuck it. I'm done. I'm not watching Boruto. Remind me, you really need to be like, go from a 6 to a 9. It's a 6, then it's awful. It's a 9, it's amazing. It was meh? Yeah, there are literally 12 anime in my MS with a 9 or higher. Yeah, it's not a lot, is there? Yeah, it was... You know what was really good? It was... What was it? It was called... It was a movie. And it was called Boruto. The last Naruto movie. That was actually good. If that was it... If, like, Boruto just got that one spin-off movie, I would have been happy. Because that was so good. That did work. You know what I mean? Like, that should have been all Boruto was. Like, he had his character art. Naruto got his last hurrah. That should have been it. They should have been, like, done and dusted. Write something else. Like, my man. I forget your name, but, like, you can do other things. I know Naruto has been with you for, like, 20 years, but you can write something else. Anyway, sorry. We were gonna save all this shit for the anime stream, and now this. The mobile game kinda cool? Oh, I never played the mobile game. Well, that's nice to know that that's alright. I had a friend who only played, like, she really liked Naruto, but instead of watching the anime or reading the manga, you know what she did? She would go buy, every time a Ninja Storm game came out, and just watch the recap story in that game, and then play the game until the next one came out. That's how she experienced Naruto. I'm like, you know what? Good for you. That's an interesting way to do it. Boruto the Naruto movie. I thought it was called The Last Naruto Movie, but maybe I'm wrong. You got a 7.3? That's rough. Bro, what? I know, it's insane, but like, she's like, this is how I prefer to watch Naruto. And I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Let's play the game. And then we'd play it too. She was like my roommate in college. She would just be like, oh yeah, I like Naruto too. And like, I showed her my manga collection of it because I had the majority of Shippuden. Like, at the time, I had every Shippuden volume that was out. She's like, that's really cool. You want to see mine? And then she showed me all of her Ninja Storm games. I was like, oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. And then she explained to me, she's like, yeah, I really like it. I just watch the story recaps on here and play the story mode, and then that's how I know what happens. And I'm like, fair enough. Because, like, and then when the new one was coming out at that time, so she went and got it, and we sat down and we did the story together. And, like, me reading the manga, I was ahead of her, but, like, I was like, damn, no, that's actually pretty accurate. I guess you can just do it this way. It's apparently made by a Chinese studio, but the character trailers are awesome. Alright, alright. Here's my favorite show. I'm gonna go watch it by picking up the fumes from its video game tie-in release. Listen, it worked though, because they were actually pretty good recaps. And like, the story mode in the Storm games was the main story in the anime. So I'm like, alright, fuck it, yeah, we ball. Something occurred to me as the sun roasted in Kyoto. Oh right, my father's been here, hasn't he? They'd mentioned it, but they hadn't told me why. Was he tending to the injured, or perhaps educating the Shinsengumi on how to avoid illness? Maybe he intended to stay here long term. My father never mentioned he'd be with the Shinsengumi. He only visited a few times, or so I've been told. If he'd really been their doctor, then he would have visited far more often, which left me to question. Why? 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 Still like the very definition of weird flex, though. Alright, if they're actually good recaps. No, yeah, you're right. Weird flex, but okay. Tendentially really showed her untapped potential. Aww. Why? Why? It was extremely clear to me that the Shinsengumi had plenty of secrets, but I grew suspicious that these secrets deeply implicated my father as well. No, that can't be right, can it? I shook my head again, trying my best to dispel the dark thoughts taking shape. I spun around to find Sanan had walked behind me, utterly undetected and unannounced. Oh, Sanan! Is it alright for you to be out and walking around? The Last Naruto movie, rated 7.79. Okay, that seems kind of low. I like that movie a lot. If that's the one I'm thinking of, I should say. Because there was like 2 Naruto movies that came out around the same time. One was like how he and Hinata got together, and the other one was like Boruto's introduction. But yeah. Anyway. There was a hint of coldness in his words. I couldn't bear to look at the sad, twisted smile he gave me. His arm hadn't healed, and it seemed certain now it never would. The rest of the captain seemed sure that he would never be able to use his arm as he had done before. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. They usually let me walk around as I please, so long as I didn't go to anyone's room. But I knew that, technically, I was confined to my room. Why does he look like Orochimaru and sound like... Does he? I guess I don't remember what Orochimaru's voice sounds like. Any freedom given to me was simply courtesy. In other words, Sanan was right. If he decided to chastise me for being in the courtyard, I had no reasonable response. There were some things I just wanted to think about. I'd hoped the courtyard would be breezy. The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized they sounded far more like childish excuses than a valid explanation. Orochimaru in disguise? Maybe, yeah. I'm sorry. Gomen sorry. Still, I was beginning to grow accustomed to the subtle cruelty that seemed to accompany each word from Sanan's mouth. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so sniffly. I don't even feel sick. Alright, I guess I'll go back to my room then. I turned and began to walk away. Sanan's unpleasantness had started after he was wounded during the trip to Osaka. He spent most of his time locked away in his room now, and he was quick to lash out at others in response. I knew the loss of his arm hurt him, more than I could understand, but I wish he could go back to being the warm, kind man he was originally. I turned around to see him still standing there. It's really hot out today. You should try and stay out of the sun. Please, take care of yourself. I gave him a nervous little laugh, and he responded with a chuckle of his own. His smile didn't look forced.
ありがとうございます。君も体調には気をつけてくださいね。
Okay. The Sanan I'd first met was still there. My spirits lifted, and I ran back to my room. It was later that evening that the compound exploded with activity. I was walking down the hall and heard footsteps and turned to see Nakakura coming toward me. Nakakura? What's that for? He glanced down the absently at his hands, holding a candle and an exceptionally long needle.
長州の患者を捕まえたんだけどよ。なかなか口を割らねえらしいんだ。土方さんが直々に相手をすることになったんだが、道具が足りないって言うから持ってくところよ。
Oh my god. I don't understand.
こういうことは分からねえ方が幸せだって。
What? Calm. Yeah. Listen, kid. Ignorance. Yeah, Nakakura's pretty cool, too. I won't lie, man. He gave another bark of laughter, turned his back on me, and walked off. As the sun began to set, the activity in the compound reached a fever pitch. It was so busy, I couldn't even help but making dinner. The commotion was overwhelming. Hisuke! He shot past my door and wheeled back around. What happened? All the men are running around. Any word from the Choshu prisoner?
ああ、あいつがようやく口を割ってさ、今夜長州の奴らが会合するらしいんだ。で、俺ら討ち入り準備中ってわけ。
Oh. Heisuke went to explain that Shinsengumi would be splitting into two groups and searching locations at opposite ends of the city. Kondo would be 10 men in the Ikiri Inn, and Hijikata would take 24 to the Shikoku Inn.
土方さんたちの行く四国屋が当たりっぽいよ。俺は逆方向だから。ちょっと残念だな。
They'd send more men with Hijikata because they thought he'd be seeing action. Kondo and his men were to make sure they covered all the bases. Oh my god, quit hitting the quick save button, girl. You mean there aren't even 40 men ready?
肝心な時に暑さで腹を壊す奴らが多くて困ってるんだよ。
I had known that the heat in close quarters made some men sick, but I hadn't known it was so many. Heisuke sighed.
会津藩や諸次第にも連絡入れたんだけど、動いてくれる気配がないんだよな。
It sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. Unfortunately, there wasn't much I could offer him parted from sympathy. Goddamn. I had a feeling it was going to be a difficult night. After all the men capable of fighting had left for their respective assignments, Sanan called for me.
もちろん名目上のことですが、私は局長から屯所の守護を仕切るよう仰せつかりました。
Sanan's passive-aggressive attitude reared its head.
手薄になった新選組の屯所が何者かに狙われないとも限りません。君は私の目が届く範囲にいてください。非常時には適宜私から指示を出します。
Okay. I hesitated a moment and then spoke. Does that mean you'll protect me? I wasn't sure why, but he laughed at that.
苦痛で寝込んでいる大使よりは私の方がまだ使い物になりますから。
Was I supposed to be happy? Sanan's VA is Ebisu from Naruto? Oh, really? Neat. His smile was so sad, I wasn't sure what to say. He also appears in JoJo's Bizarre. Who is he in JoJo? Risu, holding his... Keep your secrets. It seemed to hurt him most when the other men were out fighting, and all he could do was wait. The silence between us stretched out until the door of our room suddenly opened without a sound. Eh?
三男総長
Well, you said he also appeared in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but you wouldn't say who. So that's why I was like, fine, keep your secrets. Strizo? Oh, I guess I don't know who that is. Keep your secrets.
それは困りましたね。新選
Forgot the name. Oh, you're good. You're good.
弱いのかもしれません。
His tone was light, but his face was serious, and with good reason. They'd been certain Shikoku was right in the location. It had only sent half as many men to Ikeda.
山崎君、一つ面倒を頼まれてくれますか。
The man who he'd called Yamazaki nodded curtly. He is the Shinsengumi officer and spy, as well as a member of the Watch. Despite not living in the Yagi residence, he was aware of my situation.
まず、敵の所在は池田屋であると四国屋へ向かった土方君に伝えてください。そして大変お手数なのですが。
Wait. Yamazaki seemed to be just as surprised. I paused before thinking about what's next. I guess I'll say I'll go. I mean, good to go to see, Oh, it's a villain in JoJo? Oh, got you. I'm gonna say I'll go, because he's going into Hijikata, so I might as well. I'll go. Please let me help you guys. If I really could help, then I wanted to. I'd lived with these men for almost half a year. They'd fed me, given me a roof over my head, and helped me look for my father. Oh, interesting. Okay.
覚悟はいいようですね。
お言葉ですが総長伝令であれば俺一人でこと足ります
Yamazaki's cold eye slid over me for a moment as he spoke.
伝令に向かう途中、他の老師に足止めされるかもしれません。それ以外にも長州側の遠兵が存在する可能性もあります。もし伝令の道中に敵と遭遇したのなら、土方君との合流も遅れてしまうでしょう。
Sanan finished with a soft smile that he hadn't seen him use for weeks.
私の言いたいことはわかります。
はい自分が長州遠兵の足止めを行い最悪は彼女だけでも肘
What? It sounded as if they were suggesting if things went badly, Yamazaki would sacrifice himself.
もちろん山崎君が失敗するとは思っていませんよ。我々には人手が足りず、君には仕事が多い。会津藩や諸師大への連絡も担ってもらわねばなりませんか。
That would have Yamazaki running all across Kyoto. I suppose this really drove home just how thin the Shinsengumi was stretched. Oh my God. And there's no other person that could do this job? What about Shimada? Shimada is another Shinsengumi spy who is trusted even with the knowledge of my situation. He's merely appeared in the Hakuoki games? That makes sense. The Shinsengumi need every single member they can get, and the Shimada was the Shikoku team. Which means that apart from Yamazaki, I was the only one who could possibly serve as a messenger at the moment.
確か雪村君だったな護身程度の術なら身につけていると聞いたが
Yes, I do.
残念ながら君の安全は保証できないそれで構わないというのであれば
If I tried to run away while we were out, I had no doubt that he would kill me without hesitation. This mission was is his priority, not my life. My love story, Yamada-kun at level 999. Even so. I'll go. I can take care of myself. You don't need to worry about me. Sana gave me a small smile. I know he wanted to join the battle more than anyone, but we both knew that wasn't possible. At least I could do to carry out the mission.
では総長命令しかと承りました
Enough info, I guess. We got you. We got the point. You exposed him, yeah. Risu doxing voice actors out here. He bowed then as he stepped out of the room and turned to me.
全力で俺についてこい
I took off after him, my legs working as hard as they could. Into the dark street we ran. I discovered quickly that half a year indoors did little for my physique, and I was out of shape. After only a few blocks, I was gasping for breath. Yamazaki, who was running ahead of me, suddenly stopped and looked sharply behind us.
何があってもこの通りを走り抜けろ
Don't tell me someone's behind us.
君は知らなくてもいい。
Seems like Yamazaki's hunch was right. What should I tell him? I got it. I understand. I'll get the message to them.
そう言ってくれると助かる。
Fluently being brave. I'm so brave. Also interesting. I hadn't fully realized that he was an option. Because we get to see him like literally 2 minutes. You know? The real Bluma would. Oi! Rizzing everyone. Yeah, everyone except Hijikata. Fuck me, I guess. Got it. Who's this guy? He's the secret spy for the Shinsengumi. In Iba's route, we literally see him for like 30 seconds tops. Not kidding. That's why I was like, damn, he is. When I saw the butterfly points for him, I was like, wait, he's an option? What kind of shenanigans do you have to do to get on his route? Because that's gotta be something crazy. I didn't look back. Remember, right, there's a Takeda route? Stop. I don't think so. I really doubt there's a Takeda one. Him, Yamazaki, I can believe. I just didn't realize, you know what I mean? Want to do that one right? No. No, actually. Takeda makes me fucking sick to my stomach thinking about what the fuck he did to Iba. Wrist soldier number 16. Goddamn. As I stepped into the next intersection, I saw a flash of metal from the corner of my eye.
君は惑うな。じきに合流できる。白の大福を目指してこのまま走れ。
There is a Takeda. Stop! And there's an ending you're not gonna like. Okay. Right. I kept running. I pretended I didn't hear the sounds of swords ringing against one another behind me, and I ran. My knees felt weak and my legs shook, but I kept going. They'd have to collapse to tear themselves to pieces before I'd stop. Even so, I felt so slow. I wanted to cry, to scream, but my body said go faster and faster. A bright light suddenly cut through the darkness, and I placed my hand over my eyes from the glare. My heart stopped. Was it the Choshu soldiers? I froze.
何やってんだてめえは。
I very nearly began to cry with relief. Hijikata was not dressed in his usual light blue jacket, but rather a bright white uniform that I had seen in dimly lit places. Instead, I simply collapsed as Harada reached out to grab me.
大丈夫か。勝手に豚書から出てると土方さんに怒られるぞ。
I grabbed on a hold of Harada's hand and pulled my body to its feet. I wanted to tell him that I had permission to leave and explain it was all right for me to be there, but I was so winded I could barely speak. Besides, I wasn't sent to Hijikata to make excuses. I took a deep breath and in my shuddered lungs, and I could manage before speaking. They're meeting in Akeda. Suddenly, Hijikata's expression changed.
てめえはあっちか。
I nodded rapidly.
池田屋であると。
My eyes! My bad. If there's a Takeda route, then I didn't see a walkthrough for it. I could have sworn there was one, but I'm not finding one. Good. Yeah, fuck that asshole. Hijikata gestured toward me.
三男さんなら脱走を見過ごさねえ。つまり、こいつは早朝命令で豚書を出たってことだ。
よく俺らと合流できたな。今日の地理には詳しくないんだ。
Yeah, Yamazaki. I finally got some of my breath back, and I did my best to tell them what had happened.
合図や諸次第はどうなった？もう池田屋に行ってるの？
I just shook my head. Hijikata thought for a moment, then spoke.
斉藤と原田は隊を率いて池田屋へ向かえ。俺はよそで別件を処理しておく。
Harada and Saito nodded curtly, and then turned to their business.
あんたもこれ以上の単独行動は危険だ。俺たちか副長か。ど
I still lacked the breath to respond properly, so I simply nodded. We both knew they couldn't leave me here. Who am I gonna accompany? Easy! Hijikata! I would like to say the ending, but I'd rather not get kicked into the dungeons. Yeah. Good. Glad you understand. The prospect of being alone with him was rather frightening, but for some reason I still don't understand. I decided to go with him. I mean, I understand. We were quiet for a while. I felt like I should say something, but I wasn't sure what. Instead, I kept quiet. After a moment, he glanced down at me.
伝令ご苦労だったな。俺たちが先手を打てるのはお前の手柄だ。
Finally, a fucking Hijikata point. Oh my god. You're gonna choose Iba if you can, huh? No. No. Would I want to? Yes. Will I? I'll try not to. No. I never thought Hijikata of all people would praise me for anything. My heart fluttered momentarily in my chest. But what did he mean by an advantage? If the battle at the Ikeda Inn had begun, it didn't seem like we had much of an advantage at all. We stepped from the alley into the central avenue. Hijikata? Why are we all the way out here on the street?
臆病風吹かすような連中は目立つことしか頭にねえって相場が決まってるんだよ。
I blinked, not sure what to make of that. Yamazaki appeared beside us without making a sound. Yamazaki, you're safe! He didn't seem to have been hurt at all. Thank goodness. Yamazaki's eyes slid to me for a moment, then back to Hijikata. I'll try not to. And before, oops, I accidentally went back down the Iba route. Well, looks like we're gonna have to keep going at this one so we can start a new game. Oh my god. You're aware of the situation at Ikeda, I assume. Oh shit, he just said that. Fuck.
三男総長より促されておりましたが。
だろうな。次の指示は追って出す。山崎はひとまず俺と一緒に来い。
Does this VN have conflict scene? Like a jealous scene? Not that we've encountered, per se. But like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens on each route, if I can be real. Not really. So far, Risu. So far. The way it works, I want to say there isn't gonna be one, but like, I can't be like, no, there isn't one. When, you know, this is like, this is the third route we've done, or the third time reading Kyoto Winds. And there's a lot of dudes. I can't say for sure that there isn't one, but as far as we know, there isn't. As far as we've read, there isn't. Hasn't been. To be honest, I can't remember who the second route was. Iba. Iba was the second route. That's the crazy part. Deep in his cold eyes, I saw a spark of anger. Iba was... Yes! Risu has been here since the beginning, and he knows. He even said Iba was the second. First one was Kazuma, right? Yes, sir. Kazuma was the first one we did on the channel. Yes, sir. God, Kazuma's so hot. You mean the game can't scar you for dating multiple people? Boo. Yeah, it's true. Like, it's super weird. I kind of explained it, but like, I'll do a too long didn't read explanation. Make choice. Point goes to man. At end, it puts you in that man's route. If enough point, good ending. Good ending equal, you now have canonical bridge to Edo Blossom book. I want to feel guilty, bro. There were hundreds of them, marching across the entire width of the street, several rows deep. Now I understand why Hijikata took us out into the street. We could never have seen the government forces as they shimmied through the back alleys. From what I understand about the game, what Bloom has said is accurate. Always is. I've never been wrong in my life. The rest of the men are still fighting at the inn. The Shinsengumi had a few soldiers able to fight, but they were risking their lives for Kyoto. Didn't these men have some responsibility? Why weren't they rushing to help us at the inn? Perhaps my anger was more obvious than I realized, because Hijikata gave a snort of laughter.
安心しろ。新選組を奴らのいいようにはさせねえ。
Never, right? Never been wrong in my life. Bluma lies as naturally as she breathes. What do you mean? No! He stepped forward into the very middle of the street, directly in front of the advancing soldiers. All he did was move a few feet to turn to face them, but he held such authority even in his movements. He could have easily have been the head of an army.
局長以下、我ら新選組一同、池田屋にて御用改めの最中である。一切の手出しは無用。池田屋には立ち入らないでもらおう。
Believe in my mistress, hell yeah. Risu's a real one. Even I could see that government men were going to protest Hijikata's proclamation when Yamazaki leaned over to whisper in my ear.
もし池田屋に立ち入ることを許せば、長州浪士制圧すら彼らの手柄とされるだろう。
What? How could they? After all the Shinsegumi had done, it just didn't seem fair. But it's the men of the Shinsegumi who are risking their lives.
それだけ我ら新選組は軽んじられているということだ。副長は今たった一人で新選組のために体を張っておられる。彼らが池田屋に踏み込むことを許せば、その突入したことだけを喧伝するだろう。実際に突入した新選組の武勇はなかったことにされかねない。だからこそ副長は会津藩の介入を封じようとしてくれているのだ。
Yeah, this definitely doesn't happen in the Iba route. Because in the Iba route, we go to the inn, like with one of the men. And, like, we don't get this scene at all. So when Hijikata said we have an advantage, this is what he was referring to.
しかし我々に小さい旅館に何十人も入るわけねえだろう。それとも乱戦に巻き込まれて死にてえというなら止めはしねえが。
Hijikata's tone, as much as his words, left no room for argument. Until the battle ended, he stood his ground, and not a single man challenged him. Or it happens that you were just too focused on Iba. No, I said it before. Iba is a route that we were definitely not supposed to do, like, as one of our first routes. Same with the Kazuma one. We're kind of playing this game ass backwards. Like, those two routes you were definitely supposed to do, like, after the fact. After you do, like, one of the main dude's stories. Because, like, there is a I think I'm like a broken record. I'm pretty sure I talked about it like Monday when we were streaming this. But, like, there's a chunk of the Iba route where it's like there's a fight with Iba and the asshole, and you do that for the chapter, and then there's a cute little scene with you and Iba after, yada yada yada. But then you go back, and then there's just 10 minutes of text explaining this big battle, and who died, and who got hurt, and who did this, and who did that. And you're just like, holy fuck, those are all the main route people. Like, had we been with anyone else, anyone in the Shinsegumi, we would have had, like, a 2-hour longer chapter. Like, that's the kind of shit we're dealing with right now. And now we're blaming the main man of the Shinsegumi. It's gonna get real. Finally, the sun rose from the black sky. Yeah, see? Like, no one got hurt. Unless it's about to do that. Like, the 10-hour bruh. Chapter 3 was so long. We had, like, 3 streams just for it. Oh. And look, remember when this second night happened in the Iba route? Like, 3 people got hurt. What is it? Nagakura almost died? And I think that's when we learned Okita gets sick. True, yeah, see? But for me, at least, it felt far longer. There had been 20 Imperial nationalists at the Akita Inn. The Shinsegumi had killed 7 Ronin and injured 4 more. I learned later that with the help of the Aizo domain and the Kyoto Judiciary Commissioner, they arrested 23 people. The owner of the Akita Inn had also been arrested for trying to help the Choshu rebels escape. The Shinsegumi had won the incredible victory, fighting against superior numbers in enemy territory, but they paid dearly for it. Uh-oh, maybe someone still got hurt. Never mind. Okita had taken a blow to the chest and had lost consciousness. Heisuke had been cut on the forehead, and the bleeding refused to stop. Nagakura injured his left hand. Okay, see? Okay, so it did still happen, we just weren't fucking there to see it. Shame what happened to Heisuke when we got pivoted. No! Don't you dare! No! One of the Shinsegumi soldiers lost his life at the inn's near entrance. 2 others were severely injured there as well. but it didn't seem likely that they would survive. The Kyoto military and judiciary commissioners also fought the Choshu Ronin. With their successful resolution of the Battle of the Akita Inn, the Shitsugumi had, at last, made a name for themselves. It looked as though the peace in Kyoto had been protected. Never could I have imagined that the ultimate result of the victory would be. I'm out. Listen, I was so sure the story was going to be changing, because, like, there's shit happening that didn't happen before. 1864, July. End of July, 1864. Weeks had passed since the Battle of the Akita Inn. In the meantime, the Shinsengumi grew stricter during their rounds to arrest the numerous outlaw ronin that escaped from the Akita Inn. Rumors surfaced that the extremists who were plotting the exact revenge on the Shinsengumi. Additionally, there was also problems occurring with warriors spanning from other domains, making things tense around the headquarters. Things were finally settling down. My bet is that the story is mostly the same. We're just going to see different sides. That's probably what's going to happen. But it really seems like... Because think about it. In every other route, we don't run to Hijikata and give him that info. Like, the forces are split up. Remember, it takes them a lot longer to get to Akita Inn because Hijikata didn't know where they were attacking. So that's why I thought for sure that this time no one was going to get hurt, because now he knew, and he sent those other 3 guys to the inn, like straight away, instead of waiting until the end of the raid and then getting there and be like, damn, if only we had known. You know what I mean? Yeah. As a result of their efforts during the battle, they grew more encouraging in my involvement. The Shinsengumi allowed me to sweep the area in front of the headquarters on my own. One day I was cleaning the courtyard with a broom when I heard gentle footsteps approaching.
すみません。こちらが新選組の屯所ですか?
The voice came from behind me, so I was caught off guard when answering. Oh, didn't I meet you the other day?
こんにちは。お茶屋さん以来ですね。
Until we're fully branched in the Hijikata route, then it'll be different. Yeah, you're probably right. I wager injuries being different will only be relevant once we're fully in Hijikata. Yeah. Blew my focus. You're right. I'm sorry. I met him on the first day, and I was allowed to leave the Shinsengumi compound. This was the mysterious samurai that helped me when I waited Hijikata's return at the tea shop. Why, yes, I appreciate your help the other day.
いいえ、大したことではありませんでしたから。
Start playing with hair. Did I see you the other day? Exactly. God damn.
それより元気そうで何よりです。
Thanks. Now that I remember it, this man called me by my name when I encountered him, but I never learned his name. I remembered Hijikata scolded me for not knowing his name, so I brought up the question. I'm so sorry I'm never asking your name despite saving me. Is it alright if I get your name? His eyes twinkled kindly before he spoke, and I sensed a faint melancholy in his voice.
僕は伊庭八郎です。
Yep, she's gone. Alright, strapping boys, time for another Eva route. No, it's not gonna be another Eva route. No. Kicking your... Shut up. Shut up. Hachiro Iba, what a pretty name. I'll have to tell Hijikata. So, how can I help you today, Iba?
ええ、実は
Iba kept stealing a glance toward the base. I assumed his business was with the Shinsengumi. When I first met him, Iba defended a tea shopkeeper from Takeda. In his encounter, Takeda proudly declared himself as a warrior of the Shinsengumi. I slightly suspected Iba intended to visit and inform the leaders about the incident. He's kind of already in the friend zone. Oh my god. Buma is so happy to see Eva. Okay, I just really like Eva. I really like how his route goes in Edo Blossoms. It's so good to me. Oh god, I can't wait to see somebody else's route to see where it goes. No, it's not gonna be another Iba route. I can just hear the, but what if, barely contained. Yeah, psych. Actually, we're gonna read Iba's route again and get the good ending again. And then we read it again just to see the bad ending. And then to get the bad ending out of our head, we gotta go do the good ending again. So we read it again. Not gonna be another Iba route. Unless... Risu's the only one focused. Daddy Hijikata, hi! Imagine the memories. Memories all alone in the moonlight. Oh, Hijikata, this man is... Before I could finish my sentence, the man ran towards Hijikata.
あ、やっぱりトシさん、八郎です。お久しぶりです。
おめえは八郎か。なんだってこんなところにいるんだ。
When Hijikata realized who it was, his eyes grew wide.
驚きました。幕命で教視察に来てるんです。それより新選組って本当にトシさんたちのことだったんですね。この目で見るまでは信じられなかったけど。
Hijikata's eyes really be, damn, this is who my competition is? Yikes. Uh-oh, I've already lost.
おめでとうございます。本当に侍になれたんですね。
おい、冷やかすなよ。まだ扱いは浪人と同じなんだからよ。
でも侍になりたいって夢が叶ったじゃないですか。
Oh no, this is the BL plot. I can smell it.
冷やかすなって言ってんだろ。
いいえ、江戸じゃ。
I feel nostalgic when I hear Bluma's happiness just talking or looking at Iba. Yeah. Iba! Playing 4D chess over here. Yeah, ultimate game. But what if the men don't go for you, they go for each other? Why pick one? We can have them both. Oh my god. Both, you say? In a fight, right?
それに池田屋の話も聞いています。皆さんとてもご活躍だったみたいですね。
ま、ぼちぼちってとこ
I like where this is going. His little plushies! Ah! Alright, Buma, you go Iba, I'll go Hijikata, just like last time. In a fight, right? Well, they'll definitely have their swords out. Oh my god. Oh, you guys know that other visual novel we read, Date with Death? Do you remember it? Do you know there's a DLC where he takes his sword out? Did you know? I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go get some DLC real quick. I gotta go see. I was like, hello? What? Is this real? And it is real. And you know what? In the screenshot I saw, his sword was out, and you were, how do I say this? You were gripping the hilt. Calm down, the chair's gonna— I was just getting comfy, I swear. It's fine, it's fine. My chair's just old. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna be busy. Yeah, he was looking mighty nervous, but you were like, don't worry, I know how to handle swords, was basically what the screenshot was. So, I was really riled up when I saw that. Oh my god. Right, we're reading Hakuoki right now. How very unlike himself, Hijikata seemed to be flustered. His cheeks were even rosy. The reports suggest they've known each other for some time. Were they good friends? I still needed to tell Hijikata that Eva was the samurai who came to my aid at the tea shop. Once I verified their conversation had come to a halt, I mustered the courage and spoke to Hijikata. Hijikata? This was the young gentleman who helped me from Takeda the other day at the tea house. Hijikata furrowed his eyebrows.
そうだったのか。こいつが迷惑をかけたっていうか。
Ara, Ripa-chan. Ara.
たまたま
Ara,
通りがかっただ
ara.
けです。それに私仕事中でしたからどこにも報告はしていません。
そいつはすまない。まあ立ち話もなんだ。中に入ってくれ。
Hijikata looked uncomfortable, offering anyone any sort of kindness, but he looked at Iba warmly. I took tea to the two in the hall. Hijikata told me to remain there, so I decided to listen in.
今日に来たのは幕命って言っていたな。何の仕事で来たの？
今は奥詰め役を務めています。
An okuzume? I listened intently, but subtly, since I was unfamiliar with the contents of the conversation.
こいつは幕府直参の旗本で、奥詰めっていうのは将軍の身辺を守る奴らの。
Oh wow! I'm honored to meet such a man!
いえいえ、そんなことありません。父の仕事の縁でたまたまなんです。
But what would bring a man of his stature here, Hijikata? Such a merit, yes, Risu. This meant Iba was someone who worked directly with the shogun. What an honor. It made no sense why he would interact with Shinsegumi or why he had business with us.
お前の考えてることはわかるぜ。なんで俺と知り合いかってことだ。
I did my best to nod without offending him.
こいつはな、旗本であると同時に江戸じゃ4本指に入る道場の一つ、新行東流伊庭道場の跡取り息子だ。その伊庭道場と俺たちがいた道場とはそこそこ交流があってな。
ええ、そうなんです。だからトシさんたちがいる今日に来ることになってとても楽しみにしていたんです。
Iba's eyes shined with adoration, but Hijikata scoffed and rolled his
勝
eyes.
手に喜んでろ。だが覚えとけよ。今日
はい、肝に銘じておきます。でも
Iba glanced at me when he asked his question before looking to Hijikata. I gasped and cupped my hands over my mouth, and Hijikata's eyes darted toward me sternly. It would seem Iba picked up on the fact that I was female, judging by the interaction.
もしかして秘密だったんですか？
Iba! I didn't want to confirm any answer, so I stared towards the mat underneath without speaking.
彼女が女の子なのは初めて見た時から気づいていました。彼女のせいじゃありません。
分かってる。見るやつが見りゃ分かることだ。
Hijikata looked resigned towards Iba
こい
inside.
つはちょいと訳ありで預かってて、表向きは男ってことになってる。新選組でも一部の奴らしか知らないことだ。だからここでも下手なことを口にしないで。
わかりました。その訳僕が聞いてもいいですか？
こいつの親父が行方不明でな、捜査に協力してもらっている。
行方不明って、もしかして雪村光道さんがですか？
How did he know everything? When he mentioned my father's name, the hairs on my neck stood up. How do you know my father's name? I guess Hijikata was also shocked by his knowledge, and he looked dubiously towards Iba.
ちょっと待て。なんでこいつの親父が光道さんだって分かったんだ？
それはすごい昔のことですが雪村診療所に行ったことがあるんです。僕のこと覚えていませんか？
Iba asked timidly, and it finally clicked for me. If Iba had visited my father's clinic, then that explains why he'd known my name and my father. No matter how hard I tried, however, I couldn't recall his name or his face from memory. Oh, this hurts! Like, knowing why he was at the clinic even hurts to just be like, sorry, I don't remember. I'm sorry for not remembering you. Iba's expression seemed a little disappointed by my response.
まあ 小さな頃のことですから覚えていなくて当然ですよ。
Cough. Nagakura coughs. The only one that didn't know cough. It's true. Nagakura, that... Wow, Nagakura, I didn't know you would even, like, know about this thing. Oi, chotomate. You really said, bro, I thought you were a dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just, it's instinct. It's instinct to just get the Iba point. I'm sorry that we're like on, you're doing his shit again. It's on accident. Iba route confirmed. Not yet. It's not confirmed yet. Not until chapter 5, right? Chapter 5 is when it goes, all right, this is the route you're on. Here's the ending you got. Here you go. We got time. I love you, Iba.
ありがとう。では改めてよろしくお願いしますね。
Lots of time, yeah. Bloom was subconsciously nudging towards the Ibra with every decision. Not on purpose. It really is subconsciously. I just can't help it. Okay, Iba. His smile was so contagious. I couldn't help myself from smiling in response.
おい、客人に向かって今度はちゃんと覚えますじゃねえだろ。
Cap, no.
いいですよ。それに彼女が忘れないうちにまたすぐ来ますから。
Okay, he said it, not me. He said it, not me. Anytime we run into Iba now, no, it is his fault, not mine.
はあ？何言ってやがる。お前は来なくていい。
Huh? Don't come back here. He's kind of like, oi, she's trying to risk me, remember? Stop it. He's like, yeah, but Bluma cute. And I'm like, Eva.
そう言わないでくださいよ。同じ江戸出身のよしみじゃないですか。
Yeah, buddies. Iba drew Hijikata in closer with a jovial manner, and Hijikata blushed at the notion. Hijikata's normally really uptight, so seeing him behave this way was kind of startling. I had a lingering suspicion that Hijikata was actually enjoying himself. All of the commotion must have alerted the captains because they popped in out of nowhere.
おいおい、八郎じゃねえか。
聞いたことがある声だと思ったらお前だったのか。
She's gone, boys.
原田さん、
I fucking love that Hijikata's response.
お久しぶりです。
Bro, did I give you permission to come back? Get your ass out of here before I make the change. Oh my god.
そうか。お前も今日に来たのか。武者修行か？それとも狂犬物か？
なわけねえし。お偉いさんの護衛とか視察なんだろ。
まあ、はい、そういうところです。
あんたが今日に来るとなるとそれなりの職務に就いたということか。
Iba nodded plainly in response.
君も今日に来たんだ。ま、死なない程度に気をつけなよ。
上限ありがとう。覚えておきます。
じゃあ今度飲みに行くか。なんなら今からでもいいんだぜ。
Nagakura. We could go drinking. Like right now. Each of the captains surrounded Iba and exchanged words. Most of all, Iba seemed lost in the amount of fun he had while conversing with everyone. You have a genuine question? Oh boy, I will try and have a genuine answer if I can. I guess he really knew everyone back in Edo. Hijikata watched their interaction with warmth in his eyes and muttered.
あいつは旗本で、伊庭道場の跡取り息子のくせに何が気に入ったのか知らねえが、俺たちとつるみやがってな。
He seemed to be especially fond of Hijikata though. But I couldn't dare say that.
まあちょっとした顔なじみだ。訪ねてきたら中に通してやってくれ。
Understood. Before we knew it, evening had come and Iba told us it was time for him to depart.
では、江戸に戻ったら 行動さんのことを聞いてみます。
言っておくが、その件は内密にしてくれ。
わかりました。誰にも口外しません。
As we exchanged goodbyes, the warriors returned to their afternoon rounds. One of them seemed to take notice of us, and he rushed over while shouting.
お前はあの時の何をしに
Oh
こ
boy.
こに来た。
It was Takeda, glaring at Iba angrily as demanding answers.
何を言ってるかわか
Why
りま
is
せんが
nearsighted means can't see far away, and farsighted means can't see near?
初めてお会い
Because
すると思います。
farsighted you can see far away, and nearsighted means you can see near you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, Iba just said that.
私を愚弄する。
Naruhodo!
貴様。名を名乗れ。
Damn. Holy shit. Ryushi, you're making me lose my mind. Jod. Goddamn. Just the foy. The face.
僕は幕府直参旗本大番士奥詰役。
幕府直参奥詰め。伊庭。あの伊庭道場。
はい。今日に所用があって参りましたので、旧知である。
Sorry, I'm dumb dumb. No, you're fine. You were not dumb dumb. You were fucking hilarious.
挨拶などと嘘をつくな。先日のことを告げに来たのだろう。
Right.
あくまで挨拶に来ただけです。それとも先日のこととやらを
Papyrus.
思い出した方
Yeah.
がいいでしょうか。
Eva's eyes sharpened directly at Takeda, and the latter stopped his pacing and deepened his voice.
それはあなたがそう言うならそれでいいでしょう。
Yeah, bitch. Takeda seemingly snapped into shape, speaking with semblance of respect before storming off. Eva seemed relaxed despite everything. Everyone silently stood still, and I was afraid of another incident, so I sighed once Takeda left.
トシさん、今の方は
5番組組長の武田官僚生。先日の茶屋の話は
You know what would be funny? Shipping those. God damn it, any matter. God damn. God damn.
悪かったな。お前に迷惑はかけねえ。
僕は大丈夫ですが、この子の方を気にかけてあげてください。一緒に。それじゃあ、また会いに来ますね。
Oh. Did he mean he's gonna come see me? Did he just mean he was visiting headquarters? I couldn't respond since I was unsure, and Eva smiled to me with twinkling eyes. His face seemed reluctant, if not a little forlorn, and he left the compound. I stared at him as he walked into the distance until his small figure was removed from my eyes. Eva was a mysterious person. Even if he was someone very important in upper class, he acted with integrity and kindness, commanding a lot of respect from the captains of the Shinsegumi. I did not think that there was a samurai like him in the shogunate. Alright, that's a good stopping point. That's a good stopping point. We're gonna wrap it up here today. We'll wrap it up here. Alright. How we feel. Good shit! Agreed. Good stopping point. We gotta really make sure we have good stamina for, chapter 3. Like, we're still in chapter 2, but chapter 3. I'm not fucking around. You're gonna have to strap in, lock in for that one. If I'm being honest, my reaction was so genuine because I never thought about the meaning of the news I had first died. Goddamn. Glad we're back in the hayscape. It's a lot of Iba. It is a lot of Iba. I I really, truly did not realize how much Iba we would see. Because it felt like... Because when we did the Kazuma route, we did not see Iba. I literally don't remember meeting him in the Kazuma route, if I can be completely honest. If I can be 100% honest. Naruhodo! What? I was gonna say something funny, but I'll save it for next stream. Jose, yeah, no, if I can be real, I really don't remember seeing Iba in the Cosmo route. So when we did the Iba route, I thought we were really having to chase after him. And now that we're trying to do Hijikata and Iba's still here just so much, I'm just like, oopsie. We never saw Iba. That's what I thought. But also, to be fair, in the Kazuma route, you barely see anybody else because you're literally making... Because, I mean, think about it. We're this far into Chapter 2, and we haven't seen Kazuma. So think about trying to do it where you're with Kazuma all the time. You know what I mean? It kind of makes sense. Also, the Shinsengumi at one point just start hunting Kazuma, so it gets really different. It's a much different book doing the Kazuma route. But yeah. Anyways. I still haven't fully decided when we're doing Elden Ring. If it'll be Friday night or Saturday afternoon. It won't be Saturday morning like it usually is, because I will be at work. Kill me now. So yeah, it might be later on Saturday or it'll be in the evening on Friday. I haven't decided yet. Oopsie whoopsie. But the waiting room will go up and you will know about it. Fun stream, I'm glad I made you laugh. Yeah, me too. I really missed reading Hakuoki. Like, Higurashi is so serious that we're, like, all trying to, like, just lock in and read the story. But Hakuoki, it's nice to, like, because we have read this 3 times now on the channel. It's nice to just kind of fuck around and have fun with it, you know? But yeah. Anyways, guys, the waiting room will go up, and that's how you'll know when we're doing Elden Ring. It's probably going to be the next stream, unless I decide to do something else Friday night, and we do Elden Ring Saturday afternoon. Haven't fully decided yet. You will know when the waiting rooms go up. If I'm on good behavior and I'm thinking correctly, I will try and let you guys know somehow in the Discord. But yeah. No, other than that, if I don't see you in the next one, I'll see you when I see you, yeah? I have trouble joining around. I'm playing board games. No worries, no worries. You have fun with your board games. For real, for real. Have to work Sunday. I ain't complaining, ma'am. Yeah. Alright. Alright, for real, for real. Yeah. You guys and your Christmas parties. Alright, guys. If I don't see you in the next one, I'll see you when I see you, okay? Okay. You'll have a good night. A good evening. And bye-bye.